Hey,
Hey,
Jason.
hey, Chinagona.
We're here just talking about all things comedy and our upcoming shows and all that sort of thing. What have you got go? What have you been doing lately? I haven't seen you in person in a little while.
Yeah, well, I've been looking for work, which is fun, and I love talking about it. No, but
Oh God,
pushing my resume out there.
please
Yeah, it's great.
don't, please
Yeah,
don't.
I know. Yeah, have you heard this economy? It's struggling. Anyway, other than that, I've just been, writing jokes, doing different mics and stuff. And then I guess my quasi announcement now is that I'm doing the Improv Hollywood on July 30th,
Woo!
Thursday,
Oh,
9:30 p.m. Uh,
yes, I have a here. I have a QR code up here. You can go see Jason at the Improv. I will be there. I'm sure there will be some other soy saucy comedians there as well.
yeah,
Exciting.
yep. So you can only come to one of my first times. So if you don't come to this one, it's gone forever. Just second time,
Right.
third
It'll
time,
it'll never be
fifth
the first
time.
time again.
That's right. That's right.
So true, so true. Any so what new jokes have you been working on? By the way,
Uh,
for people who for maybe non-comedians or like wannabe comedians, by the way, we are live, so you're welcome to chat with us. We will see it. We'll respond if appropriate, if it's G-rated ish. And yeah, so for people who aren't comedians, jokes go through many stages. I always say that there's like three stages. There's the like, oh my god, I'm so brilliant. How has everyone not done this joke? And then you're working on it and you're like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And then you're gonna perform it and you're like, what is this crap? Why
yeah,
did I think it had anything good? Isn't that funny?
yeah. Yeah. Me personally, I've kind of been mostly running my greatest hits because when I get 5 minutes at the improv, so it's like I just want to
Mm-hmm.
have that like regimented. Uh, I was thinking a little bit just the raw material of it because it's kind of funny. I was supposed to start a job on my birthday, which was Tuesday. This Tuesday. Thanks for the gifts, everyone at home. Jeez. Anyway, but and then it tickled me as a little funny because the, the woman was is an interior designer, and she called me the night before, and she was all upset, and she's like, Jason, I'm sorry, you seem like a nice guy, but I'm not gonna hire anyone for this position because I'm not doing very well uh, financially. And I just thought it was funny that she was an interior designer in this economy in 2026, and she was shocked she couldn't get more business to go into rich people's houses and be like, "Oh, you need a crystal bench right here. I'll go buy it for you." Like she was shocked. Anyway, that's like that's more of a true story than a joke so far. But it did strike me as a little funny that the interior designer was hoping for business to pick up like right now, and she ambitiously hired me and then had to
Oh
fire me
wow.
when reality set in. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
How long has
yeah.
she been an interior designer?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Huh.
Uh, not to not
So
to be
she's
that guy, but she's a little bit of an older woman. But I don't judge. I don't look for
so
age.
maybe
But
she's only been working through the good years, I guess.
yeah, I don't know how that business works. Like you just get one person and just milk that
I
forever, or be like,
mean, you can. That is possible.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Um,
I'd like to do that.
well, getting that one person. Like
Yeah,
you think getting a set at the improv is hard, you know. Um, yeah, it's funny, I try and do a thing where I always have a new joke going in as long as it's like a low pressure situation, right? So I
yeah,
actually have 5 shows coming up at Pachanga. I'm going to put up my QR code. Pachanga is out in Temecula. So I'm going to be doing that next weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thank you. If you like the spa or you like wine, come out, have a weekend. I'm the opener. There's 2 other comedians, including Wyatt Coat, who has won like the Olympics of comedy, and he's very funny. I had never heard of him before, but I looked at a bunch of his stuff online. I was like, oh, he's very funny. Yay. So excited to meet him and the other comedian that's going to be opening. But, so for a show like that, as we were saying, for non comedians, you have to do your greatest hits because these are new audiences. They've never seen you before. So you want to come out with your best stuff. And a lot of times, too, uh, if you're an unknown comedian, you want to come out with the stuff that's the most personal because you want to give people insight into who you are and why they might be interested in, following your journey, if you will, right?
Right.
So, I had a show recently that was a lower stakes show. And so when I'm at a lower stakes show, I always like to try new things, because you just don't know until you have an audience. And the funny thing about jokes is that sometimes you can just play with words and it makes it funny. Like it doesn't have to actually be a joke, if you will. And so I had put on these camel colored pants. And like I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, I'm not sure if these pants are working, but I also don't feel like changing, right? So I get to the club and I say, as my setup, I say, hey, if you were super rich, what would you outsource? Like, what chore of yours would you outsource?
Mm.
Like, Jason, what chore of yours would you outsource?
Probably like taking out the garbage, room cleaning, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So someone said laundry, someone said grocery shopping. And so then I say, well, the thing I would outsource is picking my own clothes because sometimes I put on things and I look at myself and I can't tell if it's working or not. Like, are these pants camel or camel toe? And it got a huge laugh. And it's like, it doesn't
Uh,
really make sense, but just the playing with the word,
yeah.
right? Like audiences enjoy the unexpected. And so yeah, so that was funny. And then at another show I did, I had brought a protein shake with me because I'm 52, so I'm have to eat more protein. Blah. It's so boring. And so for me, like the only way to get in enough protein is with these smoothies. And so I had a smoothie with me and the show was 5 to 6:30. So it was like I had it with me because I knew I was gonna be hungry on the drive home. And of course, all the comedians were like, "What's that?" Because it's like thick and green, and it kind of looks like I scooped up algae scum and put it
Mm.
in a container. And I was like, "Don't touch it! Like this is an Aeron smoothie. This costs more than all of us are making tonight." You know. So I decided to take it on stage and play with, this idea of like I had to take the smoothie on stage with me because the comedians backstage might steal it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the comedians thought it was a lot funnier than the audience. So, it happens. You got to try new things. You
Yeah,
can,
definitely.
you almost don't know what's going to work, right? Until you do it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I've found, when you do something new, a lot of times I'm so like energetic and it doesn't feel as like rote or memorized in my brain that usually I do better.
Mm.
And then when I try to repeat it, that's when I start questioning like, did this work at all or was I just like full of excitement and force the audience to enjoy themselves? I don't know. I don't know.
But you know what? Then you just have to keep working it enough so that you know it so well that you get back to the point where you don't have to say it exactly a specific way, but you
Yeah.
just enjoy it again, right? It's like this whole. Sometimes I think the early success is the universe's way of saying, there's something here. It's not quite there. You're going to have to work on it from here on out. Like it's a little like incentive, right? And then you
Yeah.
keep doing it, chasing that first win that you had.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure as you well know, some rooms I feel like I kill every time I go to that particular club, and then some clubs I feel like I never have success. So my brain just kind of goes like, well, I guess they're good, this club's full of horrible, unlaughing monsters. But I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like every audience is different. I don't really get the sense that like, oh, it's always the same audience. I feel like they're always changing,
Yeah.
even when I go to the same place. So, do you have any new jokes that you're working on right now?
Uh, Nothing super definite. I was at a show on this week, and it was just an ad lib, but I thought it was so funny because I don't know if we talked about this before. I've talked about this other comics where um, in a bill with like 12 people going up, they'll jump up each at a time and be like, "How we doing tonight?"
Oh,
And then
yes, you and I talked about this.
yes, and then so I went up like fifth, and I was like, "Just so you know, I'm not gonna ask how you're doing tonight." Several comedians before me have ascertained that everyone's doing good, so I'm just gonna keep going. And that got like an insane laugh. It felt
Yeah,
like
no, you and I were talking about that, how much we hate it when every comedian, like, okay, fine, maybe if you're the host and you're the very first person, fine. But kind of one of the rules of comedy, it's also the rule of trial juries, apparently, or trial lawyers, right? Is you don't ask questions you don't know the answer to. So
right,
you don't want the audience to be like, it sucks out here, because then you're in trouble.
right.
So yeah, yeah. Nice, nice. Um, I'm trying to work on one about the Hawaiian language, because like my mom's from Hawaii. I got my built-in lei here, see, right here. And the you know, the Hawaiian language has a lot of repetition, right? Like Honolulu, Waikiki, and some people don't understand that the reason why is because there's only 11 letters in our alphabet,
Wow.
right? So like the state fish is about this big and its name is about this big. It's the
Yeah.
huma huma nuka nuka apua a,
Yeah, that was close. Yeah, 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 yeah. Remember that?
which translates into, oh look, there's a fish over there, but before I finish saying its name, you're not going to see it anymore.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
So I'm working on that one, trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to say. Because at first I thought the punchline was going to be like, oh, oh, look over there. There's a, you know, that's it. Like it's gone before you even get to say the word fish. But maybe that's too cerebral because my husband had the same same
Yeah. Well, comparing the two,
reaction you're having.
the first one you did, it kind of reminded me of like a tourist guide being like, if you look over there,
Right, you're like,
that for some reason that felt more conversational. The second version, I was kind of like, oh, and then you stopped talking, and I'm kind of waiting for you to keep going, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's funny how it's like a similar premise, but it had a different
total,
like
yeah.
cadence. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
interesting, interesting. I like testing this out on you. So we, Jason and I are going to be in a show together in a couple weeks. Very excited. We're producing Soy Saucy with some of your favorites: Asta Lal, Marita DeLaura, Jared Crow, Sean Porter, Jason Luna, Chinagona at Astronaut City in Arcadia. It's a new woman-owned comedy club and
Mm.
karaoke bar in Arcadia. I'm super excited to check it out. Get some good dim sum afterwards. I'm all about the dim sum. Anytime I can do comedy and have dim sum is a good day for me. So, yeah, join us. You can get tickets at this QR code here, or if you just go to soysaucy.com. Tickets are only $10. Isn't that awesome? It's,
Oh,
a less expensive place for us to produce in, and so we're passing the savings on to you. So, even if it's a little bit of a drive for $10, it's such a good deal. Come on out. They have I forget. It says in at the show. Like I don't remember if it's. Hold on. Let me just double check before I say anything. Okay. So there's a 2-drink minimum. They have non-alcoholic beer, wine, and soju only. You can bring food with you because they don't serve food. So there you go. And
oh,
hey, go pick up some dim sum and then get a, sake or soju or something. I don't know if sake. I don't know if they have sake. I hope they have sake. That would be nice. And yeah, have fun with us on June 26th, right?
Yes, Sunday, June
July
26th.
26th.
July 26th. Yeah, right.
Sunday, July 26th, $10 at Astronaut City in Arcadia. Join
Mm-hmm.
us. Okay, cool. So I'm going to see you at the Improv very soon. I'm excited about that, although I'll see you in Arcadia before that. You can see me in Pachanga next weekend if you like wine, and maybe you'll see me at that spa out there. I was thinking I might spend an afternoon there. So you can give me your feedback on my jokes then. What else you got going on? How's your script? Your pilot?
Oh, yeah, I need to talk to my manager. I am at full draft two. I haven't really shown it to anyone, but I thought it, from the little bits I've shared in like writing groups and stuff, it seems like I kind of have a good flow on dialogue and charactery stuff. So hoping to get it read by perhaps industry types in the near future. But yes.
So Jason has been working on a great pilot. It's about a character kind of like him,
Mm-hmm.
kind of nerdy, kind of into comic books. He's going to be a twin, right?
Yeah.
A twin. It better be. Who works slash is part owner of a comic book store. It's kind of like Big Bang Theory-ish-esque, but set in a comic book store, right?
Yeah, and it's got a little more of a silliness, traditional. I don't know if that's fair or not. Sure, traditional sitcom hilarity, as opposed to sort of the young people in love thing with Big Bang Theory, and also it's a little bit serialized, like storylines are carrying over from the end of the pilot, which you may not be, which are a little different from Draft One. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully, it's at least as good as Big Bang Theory. Hope if not better. But yes,
I read it. I
yes.
think I read the first version. I thought it was very good. So I'd love to read the second version if you want to send it my way.
For sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining me and Jason, and come see us at one of our many shows. Me at Pachanga, Jason at the Improv, both of us at Astronaut City in Arcadia. Tickets are only $10. You can also get them at soysaucy.com.